starting to think looking for this word, this was such a good idea when I first played Remnant. From the ashes I didn't know what they expect. Gunfire Gamers had always been the team behind Darksiders and how they are developing a third-person shooter. With souls like dodge, rolling and cooperation, it eventually became one of my favorite games. Despite not being flawless, everything from the lore and the art direction to the premise in combat was incredible. Almost 4 years later, Gunfire Games is back with Remnant 2, which promises and delivers more. Did you enjoy the combat and equipment from the first game? There are more weapons and customizations options available. Along with an oversoul to the classes, how about discovering new secrets and events on repeat playthrough, or rather the world generations is significantly overhandled as the present new areas enemies. Quests and more. Did you enjoy getting carp stomped by the bosses? While Remnant 2 delivers more on that front, and it's arguably even tougher fouls more. It expands on almost every aspect in completing voice while feeding into that desire to see what's around the next corner. Be it potential new threats or stunning art directions, set several years after the end of Subject 2923 DLC Remnant 2. Sees you as a traveler searching for Ward 13 to seek shelter. You find it, but not without dealing with the root, which remains a threat even after they were evicted from Earth after a series of events. The World Stone is activated once more and you must travel to different worlds to find some missing persons. The ultimate goal to end the root ones, and for all in terms of plot setups, Remnant 2 starts more narrative heavy than expected. There is a bit of friendly banter which is awkward at times. It's not terrible, especially when you arrive in Ward 13 and speak to some familiar faces. The moments of levity become fairer and fade between to make more way for mystery and intrigue you, and before long you are caught up in the mystery and widely terrifying worlds and their bizarre designs, except when your character is constantly blurring out its voice over after each encounter. On the one hand, it's cheesy while still providing enough feedback that a fight is finished and you can let your guard down learning that I have material which can be used to craft a new weapon or mod. It's also fine. On the other hand, it's spammed even after taking out one solitary enemy, to say nothing of the victory lines would sound worth reducing the frequency of fight ending lines. Yeah, that would certainly help one of Remnant's biggest strengths has been its world design, and the sequel is no exceptions. Each location feels meticulously crafted with distinct art styles and attention to detail. The fidelity is a major step above the previous game, especially with the draw distance, texture quality, atmospherics, and more. None of that would matter without completing spaces to explore, and potentially Remnant 2 excels at this as well. For example, it's a massive space construct created by the Dreiser, who ventured into a black hole to learn more about life, the universe, and everything. Unfortunately, the answer did not quite add up to 42, wreaking havoc on the second home and turning most of them into incorporeal entities. This is future reflected in the desolate wasteland players must travel and the dark laboratories and industrial districts, which appear to be falling into ruin. As you explore the environments, you will be encounter security drones and robots, but eventually husks and grotesque rolling masses of flesh will assault you. There are various nooks and crannies with materials to collect equipment too. Discover and mini-bosses to fight with will grant trade points. It's worth going out of your way to explore, but like the first game, there are different quests to complete which can result in unequal outcomes. One such quest involves helping the osteopath Accelerator, but I could also opt to kill him at the behest of the custodian, of course, on starting a new adventure. Mod run I began by interacting with the Seeker traversing the Phantom Wasteland with several different points of interest and some new robotic threats. It led to a different encounter and quest involving the custodian, which took me to a brand new location teeming with hostile creatures that have worked in the Alien films. I have not experimented with the full extent of fourth generation, but it's still a massive improvement over the original. Far more, the new locations are just generally fun to explore. Luxem, for example, feels almost like Yakram. With its Gothic Victorian era SQ architecture and hordes of manic Dren, fuse the narrow alleyways and streets felt more claustrophobic in turn, making contain weapons like that.